Hey guys, welcome back. And this one's a current event, and we're going to be touching up on the price of gas and the increase that is going to be passed down to the consumer for a hack that was supposedly on the pipeline. But yeah, you know, they don't even try to hide these things from us anymore. They don't even try to actually. They're not even hiring actual good scripts writers from Hollywood anymore. Because these past couple of years, stories that have come out of the government have been weak, 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 weak. They used to hire actually talented writers to actually script out certain parts of our history. But let's focus on the actual gasoline, okay? And let's actually put this out there that the American dollar, the dollar bill, is actually backed by petroleum, by actual oil. Okay, it is no longer actually backed by gold or any kind of mineral that actually has value. No, ours is through petroleum, and you can trickle that down to wars. You can trickle down to events. But let's not forget, gasoline is very, very important for the fact that transportation, transportation. That's what it actually. That's what actually fuels America, right? So let's go back a year when this pandemic hit, and the feds and the states started actually giving out these actual checks, these actual per diems to individual homes by actual by states. They would actually divide all that, right? I'll tell you one thing right now. I don't know if this was on purpose or if this actually was actually planned out. But what I'm about to tell you right now, you should be shocked. So now, when applying for benefits through, let's talk about California, through the actual state of California, you had to go online and actually apply. And at the beginning, the first few months, California was on it. I can honestly say, you know what, when I'm actually uh, paying taxes through my employment check, sometimes you just look at it and you're just like, you just it's sad, I mean, it's a sad state of affairs. But hopefully that money that I invested will actually come in handy sometime, right? Well, for a lot of Californians, that did come in handy, but at what price, right? So they were just basically just handing out these actual stimulus checks and quite a bit of money on a weekly basis, okay, when they first started. And all you had to do was just go in online and actually apply, and you're taken care of. But along with that came a lot of fraud. So then they created an actual system where it has nothing to do with the actual California state government. It actually do with a private company that is actually hired, actually contracted from through California, and that's ID Me to actually get verified to see that you're actually this actual individual. You're not actually putting in false claims. You're not actually being not truthful in your applications, right? Well, that in itself is a whole different show because to get verified, it's nearly impossible the very first round. Everything must be perfect, and you tend to overlook at certain things that are basically right in front of you, but yet you just overlook it, and boom, you get put on a list that needs to be corrected through different documents and so forth, right? And it takes you quite a bit, and the actual process is a nightmare. Okay? So now let's jump ahead, and now you're verified. Now they've got all your information, they got all your emails, they got all your mailing information, your actual residence information that some people didn't have on their record through the state of California. So if you have other out of state tickets, out of state fines in different counties, in different states, well, voila. Now you've been verified, and now they know your information. Now they know your whereabouts. And I'm not saying, I'm not in any way saying this is a bad thing. Everybody has a different situation to where um, either to care for a family member, to just to make it work, with bills and stuff like that. A lot of people flew under the radar because they live with actual relatives, and the actual relatives actually would put the name out for their actual electricity bill, water bill, mortgage, rent. So a lot of people ran under the radar, but since they are not collecting any kind of benefit now they know where to find. Now they know where you're actually living. Now they know how to get a hold of you, and that's when they start hiding out all these delinquent bills. I'm not saying this is on purpose, but it actually worked out in their favor. Now, back to the gasoline. Okay, so now, since the actual dollar must have lost a lot of value after these stimulus packets, and trust me, the government is going to get their money back that they actually gave you at a stimulus times 10. And all of a sudden, in the Middle East, there's an exchange of rockets. Countries, come on. That's an old script. The pipeline got hacked. Price of gas was. That's an old script. But you have to actually realize that when you look at the actual price of gas, you look at all the actual taxes that are actually, and the propositions that are actually taken out of that actual gallon of gas, it's a big difference. And now they're gonna actually put the burden on the actual individuals who are actually commuting to work. That's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. Just remember that when you actually have to fill up your tank, and the money you could have had to take care of the business at home, and now the government's gonna take it all back. But I understand nothing's for free, and I totally get it. And but come on, man. Right now at this time, don't do that. What about our Federal Reserve? What about our reserves? We don't have any more. They're not. There are not any full floating ships out in the sea waiting to get actually purchased around the world. But we're gonna blame it on one pipeline because it got hacked. Sad, it's sad. But I really think that we're to the point where we can no longer make a difference to change our government because they're that actual powerful over us. And trust me, I want my government to succeed because if it succeeds, I succeed. But don't insult us like this. People are barely making it as it is. Now you can actually put this actual on them too. You know, they don't pay for gas. They get vehicle service anywhere and anywhere. All right, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.